Good morning. It is Tuesday. It's day 4 of YULE-O-WEEN, and I'm very excited because today I am going to snuggle in my emotional support hoodie, which, yes, I've washed it. Yes, I've changed clothes. It's just my favorite hoodie. It's really comfy, oversized, and I love it. But I've got my book, Hunted by Darcy Coates, which is pretty good so far. It's definitely like a popcorn read, and I'm probably going to make some tea and just read today, and I'm really excited about it. I think I'm gonna also crochet. I need to start on a blanket that I'm making for my friend that I'm hopefully gonna have done before like Yule or Christmas. We'll see. But either way, I'm gonna get some crocheting done. Unfortunately, the audiobook of this is not available at my library. It's like a 2-week wait, so I'll have to take a break from reading. I'm really hoping to finish this today just because it is such a the pace of the book isn't incredibly fast, but like it's a Darcy Coates, I tend to read pretty quickly and still am able to like take everything in. So yeah, we're just gonna do some reading, and then later I'm gonna make some of those Pillsbury cookies because I like doing that for every season. Because it's just fun. I love the cute little snowmen that are on there. They're not as good as the Halloween ones, but still very cute, and I'm very excited. Also, need to dig out my few Christmas decorations, and maybe I'll take you along with me to like decorate inside the house a little bit. I don't think I'm doing anything outside. I think I have lights that I could probably like string around the columns on the porch, which I might do. I'm not sure. We'll see. Yeah, I'm excited. I want to get festive today. Just enjoy the season. To get real with you, I usually struggle with seasonal like affective disorder pretty badly. So having like those fun little things, even though like I don't like how like Christmas doesn't quite have the same joy that I had when I was a kid. Obviously, like when you're a kid, your family tries to make it as good as possible, even like if you don't have much money or anything like that. But I'm gonna like create my own joy. And I celebrate Yule more than I celebrate Christmas, and that's like a 12-day thing from like December 21st to I think January 2nd or 1st. But yeah, we're just gonna keep up the we're going to keep up the festivities and just do some cozy fun things and make ourselves happy. And try to make ourselves happy. But it doesn't always work. I still take Lexapro, hence the Live Laugh Lexapro sign there. But there are some things that I can do to try and liven things up, I guess. Minnie's sitting here, she's sleeping, she refuses to look at the camera, but let's do some reading. Once again, please ignore my hair because I have no idea what to do with it at this point in time. It's at a very weird length. I am over halfway through Hunted, and I like this book, but it feels like an enigma because parts of it are really good, and I feel like the writing really lends itself to be fun and easy to read, and the storyline is good enough that I want to keep reading it. But I'm pretty sure this is supposed to be set in the mountains of California, like the Cobb Mountains in California. Darcy Coates is Australian, and the characters keep saying weird British, like English slang or English things. They've talked about kilos. They've talked about they say bloody as a curse word. It just doesn't make any sense because like if it's set in California, you should at least try to make it sound like they're American, or if like you don't feel comfortable doing that, make the characters Australian, like coming to the US or something. It's very weird. It's like you can't quite place where it's supposed to be. At first I thought it was set in Australia because of the way that they talk. It's just, it takes me out of the story a little bit, so that's something that I don't love. I don't remember that happening in Dead of Winter. I looked it up. This was published in 2018, and Dead of Winter was published in 2023, so I think that maybe she's grown a little bit since then. I just don't know if maybe her publishers didn't catch that, or if it was indie published, or what, but I feel like an editor should catch that, because it really takes you out of the story, and that's something that's really been bothering me. Other than that, I'm having fun with it. As you saw, I did do some decorating of my living room, which was really fun. I'm still going to be doing the cookies, but probably not until a little bit later, like probably towards the end of the video. We'll see. And I'm playing Town to City right now to just chill a little bit. We'll see if I finish this today. I am slightly bored with it just a little bit, but I do want to get this done. It's not like super boring. Like I want to know what happens, but it's like a no frills book. I haven't read a Darcy Coates character yet that I feel like a true connection with. It kind of feels a little bit like, I very much feel like I'm like looking above the story and I'm not in it with them. There's some interesting and like gross parts so far. Nothing has been scary. I don't know if these books are even supposed to actually be scary or just be more like mysterious. So who knows? But I'm going to continue reading it and I'll let you know my final thoughts. I don't know if I'm going to update. We'll see if I update about the book before the end of the vlog. But either way, I'm going to be making the cookies before the end of the vlog. And I haven't decided if there's anything I want to rant or rave about in this video. I think I'm going to make like some separate videos about that. Not have every single YULE-O-WEEN video be a vlog. We'll see. But let me know what you want to see. And I'm going to do some reading and catch back up with you. Okay, so I'm about to go make the cookies. Yay, exciting. But I am just so curious if Darcy Coates is going to go the obvious route for this book. And if she does, it's probably going to lower my rating, unfortunately. I was just having thoughts about that. I'm like, this could go a really obvious way. I have like a couple different scenarios that I think could be the ending. I feel like her twists are twisty, but also predictable, if that makes sense. I don't know. It's so weird. Like, I like reading her books, I think, but it's kind of like a nothing burger. You know what I mean? I don't know how to feel. I don't know. Anyone else who reads Darcy Coates, do you feel the same way? Or do you love her? Do you avoid her? Do you not read her? Like, let me know what you do, because I feel like it's so hit or miss for me for her, but also like, it's fun. It's like seeing a movie that you're like, oh yeah, that's a good movie. Like, I don't know why I picked that example because I don't really watch that many movies. I don't have the attention span for it, especially in theaters. But yeah, that was good. But I'll probably forget about it in like a week and not remember anything that happened. So I don't know. I'm gonna go make cookies.
2 minutes later.
You've got to be joking. Darcy Coates said that deer aren't supposed to live in this part of the country. It's like the detective character that's trying to figure out where Eileen went and if someone's killing people in the woods. And she's like, have you heard of anything weird in the woods? And the one woman was like, well, I've heard people say that there's a herd of deer going around, but there's not supposed to be deer in this part of the country. If this, Jinx, I'm not feeding you yet. If this book is supposed to be set in California, whether it's a mule deer or a white-tailed deer, they are in every single part of the country and like up into Canada. And I'm pretty sure like down into Mexico too. Did she not do any research on this book? Good God. This is, that just pissed me off a little. And I know it's stupid, but like, I feel like there was no research done. Like, oh yeah, this sounds right. What? Even if you're not from here, if I was writing a book about Ireland, I would research Ireland. That's so frustrating to me. I don't know. Whatever. Let's get back to, I'm still waiting on the oven to preheat for the cookies, but good God, this is ridiculous. Like, I wanted to just take a second and like tell you some of my favorite wintry books or winter horror books or just wintry books in general. I'll probably do a dedicated video in the future of like my favorite winter horror. If I read more winter horror, I really haven't read that much, but I have several books that are very wintry that I think would be great to read in the coming season and not just for Christmas. Some of them are more Christmassy than others, but some of them I just enjoy. I'm going to get this out of the way because I have had a bit of a time with this Darcy Coates book that I've been reading, but I did read Dead of Winter I think it was last winter, and I liked it a lot more than the one that I'm reading now. I'm actually filming this after I already filmed the outro, but I wanted to I forgot that I wanted to film this part, so that's why I have no makeup on, and I did already finish Hunted, so little sneak peek, I did finish Hunted. I'll talk to you about it in the next clip. But Dead of Winter is kind of like a locked door mystery at this cabin where everyone gets this invitation. It's kind of like And Then There Were None, just like everyone else does a retelling of And Then There Were None. But it's different. This is like a locked door horror. Like this one's pretty gruesome. It's really interesting, and I think more interesting than Hunted is so far. But if you want to try another Darcy Coates, this one is newer, and I think the writing has definitely improved in this one. And this is just wintry. It's not like Christmassy at all. It has to do with a cabin and people getting picked off one by one, and nobody knows who the killer is. So yeah, if you want something set off the coast of Antarctica, I can't say that properly, Antarctica. Wild Dark Shore by Charlotte McConaughey. I have a vlog reading this, and this made me bawl and sob by the end of it. And I don't normally cry at books. I take Lexapro, but this book was, this was unexpected. This is about Dominic and his 3 kids, and they live off on this little island that's got I think the biggest or the only seed bank left in the world, and it's set on this fictional island, like off the coast of Antarctica. It's very, very far south, and the seeds can stay cool and dry and not sprout. So his family, they're like the wardens of this very tiny island. Like them and like a couple of researchers live on this island. And this woman ends up washing up on shore and she doesn't remember anything. And it's very mysterious, very interesting. The storyline is just beautiful. Like, I'm not doing this justice, and I don't want to tell you too much because I want you to just read it and enjoy it and cry. The way that Charlotte McConaughey is able to talk about landscapes and just like nature makes you feel like you're there and just makes you appreciate it so much, and it's so beautiful. And I think that, like, even if you don't read this during the winter time, just read it. It's so good. It's so good. I can't remember if there's actually snow on the island or not. It might not be that far south, but it feels like very blustery, very cold. It's very full of nature. Like, I don't know, the kids have like fully realized personalities, and there's a lot going on in this book, and you just have to read it. I'm not usually like a literary fiction girly, but I loved that book. I gave it 5 stars. The Bear and the Nightingale, I'm actually probably going to reread this winter because there's 2 other books in the series that I have not read. Bear and the Nightingale is, I think it's like a retelling or like a mashup of some older Russian folklore. It's about Vasya. She is a witch. She's a young witch, not in like a Harry Potter type of way. She is very attuned to nature. She, she takes care of she gives offerings to the like homestead spirits and everything to try and keep them safe. They live very, very far up, I think like near Siberia. And if they feel like legends say that like, if you need to give tithing to these household and like small spirits to be able to keep you safe. And Vasya's father is widowed and ends up marrying someone new, and she's like terrified and hates witchcraft and won't let Vasya do the magic, and things might be very, very dangerous in the woods next to them because she's not able to keep her family safe. There's a whole 3 books in this series, I believe. It is very wintry. It's set in Russia. I don't know if it's supposed to be set in like the 1700s. I don't know when it's actually supposed to be set, but I loved that book. I'm very happy that I'm going to be rereading it. I definitely suggest that. If you want one that's very Christmassy, I have 2 that are Christmassy that are very, very different from each other. So Kisser Ones for me is like a sapphic romance about these 2 girls who meet one Christmas and they have like this amazing Christmas, and then they end up parting ways, and she ends up going to her landlord Andrew's family like gathering for Christmas because he needed help and he needed, I don't know, a fake girlfriend or something. And she realizes when she gets there that his sister, Andrew's sister, is the girl that she had this like amazing Christmas with. And obviously hard things ensue. The sister thinks that she's dating her brother, but she's like, no, I'm in love with this woman, and I never saw her again after that. So it was very, very cute. I really liked it. Last but not least, this is one of my favorite authors of all time, my favorite artwork of all time. And this is not this is one of my favorite books by him, but not my favorite book of all time by him. But it is very, very good. Krampus, the Yule Lord by Bram, is incredible. It's the story of Krampus and Santa, and there's a lot more gray area in this. You, looking at this story, realize Santa might not be a good guy. He's just very manipulative, and Krampus is trying to kind of get revenge on him. And the thing I love most about Bram's stories is just how gritty they are, and how even though they're fantastical, they all have some sort of like horror fantastical aspect to them. They're still very like real and gritty in the way that he writes people, human people. And then there's also, he is an illustrator, and there's like incredible artwork in here. I don't want to show you too much of it because it's going to give a lot of it away, but this is our main guy, Jesse, that it follows, and he lives in, I think it's West Virginia, like the hills of West Virginia, or like somewhere else in Appalachia. He's pulled into this whole thing with Krampus and Santa, and it's just really interesting. Santa might not be as good of a guy as you think, and Krampus might not be as bad of a guy as you think. It's also like, is there good, is there bad, that type of thing. So that by far is my favorite Christmas book that I've ever read so far. We'll see if that ever changes, but either way, Bram, he has not missed yet for me. And if you like horror and you want like a Christmas horror, that one is really, really, really well done. Those are the only few things that I have for that. I just wanted to add like a little snippet of some of my favorite Christmassy books in case you were looking for suggestions. Still have, like 9 days till Christmas. So maybe you can pick some of these up. And then some of these aren't specifically Christmas. You can read them all winter or whenever. I'm not your mom, so let's get into the final review of Hunted by Darcy Coates. Cookies are done. I finished, where's it up? I finished Hunted, and I am annoyed because this book is no higher than a 3. I don't want to give it a 2.75 because it kept me entertained for most of it, I guess. It's just very, very mid. So I think I'm going to give it a 3, and my cat's trying to get my cookie. I guessed several twists in this early on. I don't know what I was thinking. Like, I guessed the twist within like the first 25% of this book, and it entertained me for a day. But other than that, I feel like I wasted time reading this. I would give it like a 2.75, but it didn't do anything egregious. It wasn't like offensive. It was just not good. So I guess I guess that's it. But I think that is going to be the end of the vlog for tonight. I don't think I'm going to read another horror next, just because I want something different. Small Things Like These is this shorter story that's very Christmassy that I saw a lot of people read last year. So I think I'm going to read that tomorrow because it's pretty short, and even though I work, I can probably get it done tomorrow. We'll see. I may do something different for tomorrow because I'm going to be there until like 3 p.m. I'm going to be at work until like 9 to 3, so you'll either see a fun video that's not a vlog from me tomorrow, or you'll see a vlog. And I hope you don't mind either one, because both of them, I want to make them fun for you, and I don't want to get it to get too repetitive or redundant at all. I hope you enjoyed this vlog, even though the book that I read was very disappointing. Hey, at least we decorated and I made cookies, and they're delicious. And yeah, I'll see you tomorrow for the next day of YULE-O-WEEN. It'll be day 5. We'll see you very soon. Bye.